Apple just did something incredibly strange. They quietly dropped two brand new monitors onto the market, and at first glance, you might think they are playing a trick on us. One of them is a refreshed version of the standard studio display that we have all seen before. The other one is a brand new beast called the Studio Display XDR. But if you place the new standard version right next to the old one, you will honestly struggle to see any difference at all. They look like the exact same piece of tech. They feature the same design, the same chassis, and the same screen real estate. Because of this, a lot of tech fans are feeling a bit confused. People are asking if Apple actually changed anything under the hood, or if they just re-released the exact same product with a new marketing campaign. It raises a huge question for anyone looking to upgrade their desk setup. Did Apple actually deliver real improvements here, or is this just a lazy cash grab? More importantly, if you are in the market for a high-end monitor, which one of these two options actually deserves your hard-earned money? Let us dive deep into the details and break down exactly what is happening with Apple's latest display lineup. To really understand what is going on, we have to look closely at the baseline model first. When you unbox the new standard Apple Studio display, the physical design feels instantly familiar. It is still a 27-inch monitor, which has basically become the sweet spot for desk setups these days. The resolution remains locked at 5K. That means you are getting an exact pixel count of 5120 by 2880. For creative professionals who edit photos or slice up video timelines, this pixel density means everything stays incredibly sharp. The brightness levels also did not change on paper. You are still getting 600 nits of peak brightness. Now, 600 nits is plenty bright for a standard office space or a bedroom studio, but it is not going to blow your mind if you are hoping for a true high dynamic range experience. Apple also kept their standard P3 wide color gamut and True Tone technology. True Tone, as you might know, shifts the warmth of the screen depending on the lighting in your room. It is a neat feature for saving your eyes from fatigue, but it is nothing new. What changed under the hood? So, if the screen itself looks identical, what did Apple actually spend their time changing? It turns out that all the real magic happened on the inside. Apple focused heavily on fixing the annoying little complaints that users had about the first-generation model. The first major area of improvement is the webcam built right into the top bezel. It is still a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, but the internal image processing has received a massive facelift. The original Studio display was notorious for having a grainy, muddy webcam at launch. Apple had to rush out software updates just to make it acceptable. This time around, the camera sensor works much better right out of the box. It fully supports center stage, which is Apple's clever feature that uses software to crop and pan around the frame. If you get up to grab a cup of coffee during a Zoom call, the camera will smoothly follow you. But the coolest new addition to the camera system is a feature called Desk View. This is incredibly useful for creators, teachers, or anyone who needs to show physical objects during a live presentation. Desk View uses the ultra-wide lens to digitally mimic an overhead camera angle. It looks at your hands and your desk space, straightens out the perspective, and shares it with your audience. You can show off a drawing, a product layout, or physical notes without ever having to physically tilt your monitor downward. It makes the monitor feel way more versatile for daily work and meetings. Next-generation connectivity and audio. The upgrades do not stop at the webcam. Apple also completely overhauled the data ports on the back of the device. For the very first time, the Apple Studio display officially supports Thunderbolt 5 connectivity. This is a massive leap forward for data transfer speeds and overall bandwidth. Thunderbolt 5 can move data at blistering speeds compared to the older generation. This means you can daisy-chain multiple high-speed drives or plug-in peripheral devices without experiencing any lag or data bottlenecks. It makes the monitor a much more future-proof hub for your entire workspace. Then there is the audio system, which was already one of the best parts of the original monitor. Apple decided to push things even further by installing a brand new 6-speaker sound system. The internal architecture has been redesigned to provide much deeper bass and a cleaner overall soundstage. The original Studio display already sounded better than almost any other built-in monitor speakers on the market. With this new version, the audio clarity is pushed even higher. The bass hits with a bit more punch, and the dialogue sounds incredibly crisp. If you are someone who hates cluttering up their desk with bulky external speakers, this built-in audio system is more than capable of handling your daily music streaming, podcast listening, and video editing needs. It makes the entire upgrade feel like a highly polished refinement of an already solid product. The hidden costs and the XDR revolution. However, because this is an Apple product, there is always a catch when it comes to the price tag. The standard studio display still ships with a basic, non-adjustable stand. If you want a stand that lets you adjust both the height and the tilt of the monitor, you have to open your wallet quite a bit wider. Apple charges an extra $400 just to get that premium height-adjustable stand. For many buyers, paying that much extra for a basic ergonomic feature feels a bit painful. But the real shocker of this product launch did not come from the standard model. The real headline story is the introduction of the Studio Display XDR. This new monitor is designed to completely replace the older, ultra-premium Pro Display XDR. If you remember that older model, it was famous not just for its performance, but for its jaw-dropping price tag. The old Pro Display XDR used to cost a massive $6,000, and that did not even include a stand.